This is gonna be the one problem with this. Is Twitch being bad at actually listening to directions. There we go. Knock the volume out for a second just to make sure that this is balanced appropriately. Yeah, that looks okay. Just need to grab the page. Already gave y'all back volume. There is the new game, Roguecraft FDX, which apparently was an Amiga game originally, or at least was originally meant to be an Amiga game, something like that. I remember seeing it say something about that before. Yeah, from Amiga to You. Originally developed in assembly for the Commodore Amiga, Roguecraft DX has been faithfully ported to PC. So there you go. That's a unique thing for this one. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. You didn't miss much. The run ended pretty much exactly as I predicted, one round after the one you saw. And now we're over here with Roguecraft DX. So let's see, we got Classic Roguecraft DX, 1 life, 5 levels, the classic way of playing the game. Endless Dungeon, which is not in the demo, 1 life, no end game, monthly seed, get progressively harder. Or Chicken Run, 1 life, 5 levels, 1 beak. Full game will have 15 levels. We'll do Classic. You have a choice of 3 classes. The Warrior, strong fighter with a heavy sword, good choice for first play. The Rogue, sneaky type with deadly twin blades, special ability teleport and backstab, difficulty medium. And of course, the Wizard, frail but dangerous spell wielder, special ability magic missiles, difficulty hard. So when I tested this, I did use the Wizard. I'm gonna try the Rogue for what I'm doing for y'all here, because I think the Warrior will be a little too boring, being just like your bog standard easy choice. You jam with the music for a second while I make sure I'm not missing something important. Okay. I saw a ping pop up immediately. So you can control this with your mouse. Obviously, we have our teleport ability down there. We got 4 health. There's our strength cap, I presume, which is why some of them are easier than others. Is the Wizard, I think, had only 3 slots up there? So that's a whole thing. Yeah, you just click spaces and you'll move to them. I'm assuming keyboard probably works too, but I only did my test play with the mouse, and I'm probably going to continue to do so. Walk over, open the box, get the money. Click the Cthulhu and hit it. Just keep hitting it until it dies. There we go. I don't know what this potion does. I know the heart is a full heal. Picked up a swirly potion. So it's in typical roguelike fashion of you don't know what these potions are going to do till you drink them, or identify them in other means. Chickens are evil. As you can see, the chicken rather. That tried to bite me. We're having a great time here, neither side hitting. Okay, we just barely won that. Let's go back and grab that healing. This is why I left it there. Another Cthulhu. Ow. There we go. And I gambled fighting that bat. I could have teleported away, but I thought about it and I'm like, it's the first floor. It doesn't matter if I live or die. Our big advantage, other than being able to teleport, seems to be the fact that we can attack more than once. We're also almost dead again, so a little bit of a problem. There's a heal, okay. Ah, okay, so my teleport is random. Okay. I'm assuming the backstab would have been still only good if I hit something by surprise with that, but we did get a temporary buff of some kind when we teleported. You'll notice we don't have our teleport back yet either. That, I assume, is the exit. There's a lot left to this floor, so we should probably make sure not to leave too much behind. Nasty little summoning circle just sitting there. I'm waiting for one of those chests to be a mimic. Ooh. You feel stronger. I'm going to assume that each of our attacks do strength in damage, so we probably do 2 damage per attack now, which is probably going to be pretty good. Especially in a situation like this. Yep, we now kill Cthulhu in 2. So that's very, very... No healing in here in an enemy, so let's not deal with that right now. Another potion there. I probably should just gamble on a potion at this point, because we do only have 1 health. Chicken is oblivious. Red potion. The ale was strong. Okay. We are now drunk, I guess. Oh, yep, sometimes my controls don't do what I ask them to. Still got the chicken, though, so we're good. Everything's fine. Let's just wait the drunkenness out. How about the watery potion? You animate a fallen foe. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a good thing, considering it's showing up down there. How about this one? There we go, one of them was a healing potion. I figured I'd just keep drinking until something good happened. And lo and behold, something good happened. There we go. I just needed to bait him into being next to me without me walking into him. Is common sense rule number 1, do not walk into your enemy's tiles. Giving them first swing is never a good choice, unless you have something very specific that works with that. Which, let me tell you, as a rogue, we do not. Oh, this chicken, though. There we go. Considering they rarely hit, I was willing to take the gamble on that one because he was just dancing with me. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 hearts going into the next floor, it looks like. Though we didn't check that one room. The one that's in the bottom left there on the mini-map. Is we backed out of that as soon as we walked in because of the fact that there was an enemy in there when we had 1 hit point. I also really thought that these pressure plate looking stones right next to the exits were in fact pressure plates. They're not. I'm looking forward to the time where one of them is actually a pressure plate and I just get crushed or something. Oh, sizzle sizzle monster. I was about to say, can I just get you to keep doing that? Because that'd be really funny. We almost died to that misclick. So, hey, how about that whole 1 hit point in a dream situation we had going? Yeah. There is a room past where the exit is, though. We might still be able to find healing before we go to the next floor. Or we might find healing on the next floor. There's still hope. I would not say that we're out of this run yet. Or there's just a chicken here. I'm not even gonna bother with you. With my luck, that would be the chicken that kills us. Okay, we got a Cthulhu following us around, but we don't need to deal with him. We can just leave. That's a bad room. He was already injured from the fire, so I knew I could take that fight and win. Okay, there's a heal, but there is a chicken as well. Okay, we're back at full health, no consequences. Never punished, let's go. Oh, you oblivious fucking squid. There we go. We do have another full heal present here, so that's very good. Max health increase, let's go. It's interesting how sometimes you get a reward in rooms and sometimes you don't. Which I guess makes it worth it to clear every room. You just have to be mindful of when you clear a room. Like what fights you choose to take to try to clear a room to potentially get a buff and which rooms you don't. Might also be score based. So I don't know if we had hit the 3,000 mark when that item appeared. I wasn't really looking at it that closely. God damn it. Sometimes using the mouse for this is a little funky. Because you can click like slightly too high or too low and end up going not where you meant to. But that's the price of doing business this way. I'm concerned about the slime. Behold. Oh, well, that plan didn't quite work. But we killed it real quick, so it works out. Is this anything? Nope. Just decoration. It could have been something. It just wasn't. I will genuinely be impressed if we manage to stay the full hour on one run. That's possible. We are doing decently so far, I would say. If I could be so bold as to claim such a thing. Despite my choices, I would say, as well. I have been taking many reckless fights and just happening to get away with it. Okay, so bats can't cross gaps. Interesting. Okay, we hit 5,000 and nothing happened, so maybe it isn't score-based. Maybe it is just kind of random. Oh, there's a snake. I don't know if it'll poison me, but I would love to not find out. If I can at all get away with that idea. There we go, I can walk into the wall. Okay, the snark. Couldn't tell if it was attacking me before I attacked or not there. It seemed like the first fight there was actually like simultaneous, which was weird. Okay, we have no heals left that we know of right now. We know where the exit is, but we don't have the key. We do only have one path to take as well. Oh, there's the key. There's also a bat. Which we got very lucky with, so never mind, no concerns there. Chicken got very distracted. Try to do the smart thing against the chickens and they do the dumb thing, so my smart doesn't work. We already had one of these green potions before. That was the one that healed me, I believe. And there's a strength increase, so we're cooking now. Secret room with a bubbly potion. Just a bit of bubbly. Ow. You know what else is bubbly? That slime. Hurts me. I don't like it. Another blue potion. Didn't we have one of those before too? I think that was the undead summoning one. The one that reanimated an enemy. So that would actually be useful. The bubbly potion we have no information on. But we're gonna have another potion to pick up here in a second, so we may as well drink it and find out. We're in decent health. Monsters are chickenized. Okay. I don't know if we've had Swirly yet. I don't remember Swirly. I saw a Swirly red potion like that, I think, in my test run, but that information is obviously not going to be the same. I would assume the potions randomize every run. That'd be pretty typical of this type of game. How do we go? We're already at level 3. With there only being 5 levels, we might actually just win, which would be kind of funny. Biggest Batus. So I guess they're upgrading. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and drink the Swirly Potion since there's another one right there. Oh, right. The Swirly Potion was alcohol. Yay. Go ahead and just drink that one too, then. Get real drunk. Woo! Let's go. Anyway. Onward to business. There he goes. Okay, so Cthulhu only has 3 hit points. So you a biggest Batus or your Kematos? Which one are you? Kematos. Okay. Kematos. Couldn't really tell the difference looking at him, if I'm honest. I'm not saying all bats look the same, but those 2 bats did. Money. Okay, never mind. That is definitely a larger bat, and I misclicked. At a glance, they look the same, but if you actually sit there and pay attention, they are actually a different size. There's the Mimic. Pain. I knew there was gonna be a Mimic at one point. That there was no world in which there wasn't gonna be a Mimic in a game like this. Green potions are healing, so we'll go ahead and chug the extra one down. I want to keep at least one on hand at all times if possible, for obvious reasons. Oh, interesting. So only the ones with the gold border are actually doors. These are just potential doors. Maybe someday in the future they will be door. There's the key. Like, technically you only have to get the key on every floor. You don't have to do anything else, theoretically. You could probably just run for your life from so much of this. You would just end up weaker, but take less risks, so, you know, trade-offs. Let's go back for that other room we didn't go in, because we're still strong enough that we're not really in any urgency to avoid fights. And if we can get another gem, well, so much the better, right? Right. I don't know if there's a final battle at the end of the dungeon or anything. There we go, another biggest Batus perishes. We get another chest full of gold. 2 chests, huh? One of these is gonna be a Mimic, right? Wasn't the other one. And that one's a Mimic. Notice how our character's smart enough to attack the Mimic before it opens, though. That's actually kind of funny. That we actually attack before the Mimic does. Almost feels like cheating. Now, I gotta say it's cheating that I'm not necessarily upset about. It does feel like cheating. Oh, we got fancy blue boy now. Blue Thulu, of course. Of course. And there's our health upgrade. Let's go. We also have 2 full heals just chilling here now. Oh wow, this place keeps going for a while, too. I could see this being a very good mobile game. Not because of anything in particular, just the fact that all it is taking is single clicks to do everything. So the interface would be very easy to just be tap controlled. And while it looks good, there's nothing here so intense other than maybe the fire effects that phones would struggle with it. And I have to add that addendum to the end there because people tend to take, oh, this could be a mobile game, as an insult. When really, there are plenty of games that could honestly work very well as a mobile game, while still being very detailed and effective games in general. Like, hell, technically, other than graphics, most strategy RPGs or strategy games could end up being just fine on mobile because of the fact that, again, they are just singular interactions, more or less, that could all be done via the mouse. Spectral shenanigans, so now we got ghosts. Oh, turns out right-click teleports. Didn't think of that. Wanted to right-click to look at the ghost to see if it would let me do that. Carry the ghost. He has been busted. Mimic, also dead. I was willing to take some risks there because we had a full heal potion and a full heal just sitting on the floor there. Seemed like a worthwhile risk. I'm kind of surprised there are no enemies that are doing double heart damage yet. We're on the second to last floor. Did not mean to pick that up, but the pathing took me there, even though I didn't want that. Now, admittedly, enemies that do double heart damage would be really bad. Go ahead and just drink that. Didn't mean to pick it up, but I picked it up, so we'll drink it. Get the alcohol out of my inventory. There you go. You're giving a surprising amount of healing, too. Splooge. The snake could be an issue. We missed. Yeah, see how he hit me at the same time again? That's what has me kind of curious about those. Heal up. Another bat, another carry the ghost. Our biggest benefit here so far has been the fact that a lot of things miss when they swing at me. And I don't know if that's just me being lucky or if that's just a thing the rogue has. Which would mean the rogue has a lot going for them, honestly, because they've got the teleport, they've got fast attacking, and they've got dodge then, which is kind of ridiculous. Again, I did not mean to click there, but apparently I ended up there. Thankfully, we have a heal potion to fix that, so fine. Oh, the mimics do double damage, as it turns out. So good news. There are things that do 2 hearts of damage. I just didn't notice when the mimic did it before, I guess. Guess I'm burning my other healing potion, then. Guess I shouldn't have recklessly burnt the other one on that misstep. I should have just accepted it and moved on. Though if I had, I would have died to the mimic. This goes to show how quickly these can turn against you. But yeah, assuming none of these end up shorter than I expect them to be, we'll get to 4 demos today, basically, each one an hour long. So I might actually cut this one short. because I don't know how much more we're gonna see from this if I play a second run with a different character. Because, like, you have the benefit of Magic Missile for range with the Wizard, and they have a lower strength cap. That's about all they've got going on, and the Warrior presumably has a better stat line, but no ability, based on how it was phrased to us, so... Oh, and this run's about to end, because that snake's going to be the death of me. Let's go forth, skeleton of chicken. Face the snake in my honor. Very good. Now, go back to your rest. Now, if that had been a mimic, we would have died. And it would have been a very funny ending, all things considered. Okay, that box is blocking that snake from leaving, and I'm kind of okay with that. I was really hoping to find a healing item. I don't dare open any of these boxes. Any of them could be a mimic and could be the end of the run. Because remember, the mimic attacks immediately. So if I take a swipe at it, it won't die, it'll kill me, and then it's just over. So we're gonna leave those behind. I've decided. We're just gonna let those chests be there, and we're gonna leave. Welcome to level 5, Cultist Lair. So we got a legally distinct beholder and a chest in the room with us. Let's just get out of here and go looking for healing. If we can find any. There's a green potion, which is healing. I just gotta... Never mind, we're dead. Your bones lie scattered on the floor. So we got 29 out of 35 chests. We missed 4 secrets. We were killed by Chiclatho. And yeah, the potions we had on hand were Strong Ale, Animate Corpse, and Chickenizer. Though it's not showing all the potions. We didn't have a Chickenizer on hand either. I guess it's just showing a sampling of them. The full game contains 15 random levels, plenty more dungeon visual variations, more mystical potions and fun effects, more awesome monsters, more surprises and secrets, mini boss fights, a big juicy tentacly end boss fight. So there wouldn't have been an end boss right now then. Endless dungeon game mode, achievements, high scores, more music. Ta-da! So yeah, since that's conveniently on the half-hour mark, we'll go ahead and let that one be what it be there. Because like I said, I don't know if we're going to see too much more variation at the moment from that. But that was fun. That's a fun one. This does mean we can probably give the next demo extra time, so we still end up at the 4-hour mark. So we'll do the one that's likely to be slower of the two then. Not slower in a bad way, just the run will probably be longer. And worst case, we will go on to a 5th game for like a half hour if things don't end up lining up the way I want them to. Now this next one is interesting, because it's not quite a setup I would have expected to have